Hey you guys, let me tell you about a project that we had maybe about a year and a half ago now. So we were in charge of making these oversized headphones, and of course when I am making something, I like to actually hold the item, look at the item, examine the item, be one with the item. So that's what we did. We went into Best Buy and took some video footage of these Beat headphones that we were to make. And I mean a full 360, took pictures, took videos, looking in the inside, just to see how to go about making it. So we constructed the image on the computer, got a few sheets of bendy board, and are about to rip them up right now. And the thing about bendy board is it's tough to cut by yourself. So he's about to start, and then I come in to help. Mind you, I am a few months pregnant. I shouldn't have been doing this project, but I love foam work and making props so much that I had to get involved. And yeah, the morning sickness was crazy. So it got stuck, and we're trying to push it through again. And voila. First strip down. A few more to go. So we're starting on the earmuffs piece. We're using those pieces that were ripped on the inside of the circle here to create the muff. I'm using a bit of wood glue around the inside part of the hole. So next we shall take the bendy board and pretty much measure it out. I wish I had measured it before I put the glue on, because I'll have to reapply the glue, because now that I've placed it on there, the wood is pretty much taking the glue off. And once again, y'all, I'm pregnant right here, so me trying to bend over and get all this together was super duper tough. But I prevailed. I got through it. Yes, I had a little help from my husband, but either way, I'm using a nail gun to attach the bendy board around the inside of the piece, all the way around. Have you ever had the intuition that you shouldn't be working with someone? That's pretty much what I went throughout this whole process. I mean, I'm okay with a client being particular and picky. At least by then, they know what they want, exactly how they want it. And there is no room for creativity. And I'm fine with that as long as it's mentioned up front. This client, I guess it could be me. I'm not the biggest people person, so when somebody calls me all day, all night, asking for updates, it becomes worrisome because me trying to work on the project as well as appease the client at the same time, I'm trying to get through as best as we can. So when I have to stop and answer questions and you want to add on different things at the last minute, it gets tough. So I think communication here with the client was a little bit difficult for me, as I'm an independent worker. So once you tell me how you want something, that's what I'm going off of. I send proofs, I send the edits that I've done, the computer images that I've done over to the client, and once I get the approval, I go. And once again, the client saw the computer image that we were going off of, and the laser pretty much cuts. We create the 3D-ness as far as the foam is concerned, but she saw how the image would be on the computer. Not once did they complain, none of that. But hey, I guess that's how we get better as a company and grow. So here it is with the wood on the outside. I'm about to cut up some foam pieces to create the cushion part of the muff. Using a hot wire table. And like I said, cutting down the pieces so that it fits over the wood circle that you just saw. And then I'll carve out the insides to make it nice and rounded. Once I got all my strips cut up, it becomes like a game of Tetris trying to piece it all together. And once I got it pieced together, along the back side, I ended up tracing how big the wood piece is onto the phone. So that way I could just cut off the excess pieces that I don't need. And that's what I'm doing here. So here you can see what I mean now that I got the foam piece all the way on it. So my husband is working on the headband piece. The part that goes on top of your head. And I still have to cut down this one. So now I am just gluing the foam pieces together so that they can adhere when I get ready to draw the wood on the other side. I'm sorry, not adhere, but trace the wood onto the other side of the foam. Trace the outline. So here I'm just carving off the inside of the muff part to make it a little roundish and squishy, to make it look squishy. I know it's not squishy, but it's to give off that look. And once again, I'm looking at the video that we took at the beginning to see how all of this stuff looks. I'm very particular when it comes to stuff like this. Like I said, I was studying it and just making sure that all the pieces lined up and it looked correct. And mind you, I guess a lot of people think that we're this big, huge company and we have the machines to cut and do things for us, and it really doesn't. Back in the day, before we had all of this, we just traced the image with a projector. So the machine pretty much has taken that element out. Instead of me tracing it, it's just cutting the part that I would normally trace. There's still plenty of layers to be done afterwards. Not all props are going to come out 100% perfect each and every time. I promise you. If you know somebody that does, they have a machine. They have something where a machine did it. Okay, so we went back and forth on the color of this headband piece. The client wanted it originally white, so I bought a bunch of white fabric and then changed it to red. So then I had to go back after I done tufted all of this, nailed it on. I can't get a refund for the fabric. I didn't upcharge. Once again, people don't understand that part of when you make changes throughout. And I'm a very lenient person, so I didn't upcharge or charge. We'll get to that later. This project was a little hectic, but yeah, so I'm about to tuft all of this and eventually had to pull it up because it's the wrong color. Once again, I went back and bought red fabric to replace the white. And here we are. And you can see baby belly right there. You can see that baby belly. And if you don't have an electric stapler, you should truly invest in one, because the hand one where you have to manually push it, oh, when I tell you it hurts my whole hand. I will never go back. I will never go back. If I don't have this electric one, I'm not stapling anything. So yeah, this was one of those love-hate projects. I wish that we could have gotten a finished result of the whole thing standing when my husband went to set it up, but the client hated it so much he didn't even get a chance to get any photos. Oh, so this piece I constructed, and it goes up underneath the part that sits on your head, the part that's like really cushiony, that stops the band from hitting your head. So I thought this was pretty cool, and I ended up wrapping it in the white fabric. Oh, you can see the earmuffs are getting wrapped. I thought it was pretty clean. Once again, the client she did not like it at all. She out of dispute and got her money back off of, I think I charged maybe $2,500 with delivery, and she ended up getting about $1,800 back. You talking about somebody that was devastated because there was nothing I could do with this afterwards. She had somebody retuft it, take it apart. Yeah, the devastation, guys, the devastation. Didn't charge for the stickers because my husband had to come back and reprint them because she wasn't satisfied. She kept the item for 3 full days for this Backwoods Fest, and still took my money. Didn't want to pay, so. I don't know. But I thought it turned out amazingly. I really wish he would have got some pictures. But yes, we used acrylic, the red acrylic, the mirror acrylic, some neon. We made this baby light up. You see how big it is? Like, it's huge. And all of that is acrylic. That silver part is acrylic. You can see how cool that looks. But yeah, she didn't like the wrinkles. But once again, guys, it's a prop. It's a prop. She wanted us to remove the fabric after I paid for red fabric. So this is the way that my husband picked it up. He picked it up from a whole nother location than where he dropped it off at. And somebody else ended up re-tufting it, but they didn't complete it. And then there were staples everywhere. Some of the staples were up, exposed. I guess I wasn't satisfied because I felt like the way we had it was way better. You could see how they left it. This is how they re-tufted it. Yeah, that could seriously injure someone. So yeah, the whole piece is completely up. Not finished. The fabrics don't match. I was truly about to take her to court. And I truly think the pregnancy got in the way. What would you guys have done differently? Tell me about some of your experiences that were not so great.